Ancient West African history. Ewuare the First, popularly known by many historians as Ewuare the Great. Ewuare the Great was ancient Bini's greatest ever king. He reigned from 1440 to 1473. Before he ascended the throne, he was banished from the kingdom for one reason or the other. Now, while he was away, his brother tried to treacherously take the throne. When Ewuare the Great found out, he returned to the city, burnt it down, and killed his brother. Hence, why he took on the title Ewuare, which simply means it is cool now, the trouble has ended. Ewuare the Great went on to conquer and subjugate 201 towns and villages in Igbo and Yoruba land. He fortified his empire. He strengthened it from external forces and made it difficult for anybody to conquer his empire. He built very good solid roads in the empire. He forged diplomatic relations between other neighboring kingdoms. He improved the trade and commerce of the empire. He made his empire attractive to the outside world. He improved the trade links, boosted trade in the kingdom. Under Ewuare the Great, ancient Bini went through what historians will call a golden age, which was increased prosperity and economic and political and social development in the kingdom. In 1473, the Portuguese came to Ancient Benin and they were impressed with what they saw. And they were keen to set up trade links between Ancient Benin and Portugal. There were also other European trading nations who were also trading along the coast, ready to also trade with Bini. There were other ancient Bini kings who also were fairly good, but the best one out of all of them that followed Ewuare the Great was King Eziege. King Eziege carried on the good work that was already laid down by Ewuare the Great. King Eziege was the first ancient king of Bini to become a Christian and to also be able to speak Portuguese fluently. He sent his children to Portugal to be trained in the best schools and to also learn more about Christianity. As I mentioned earlier, under Ewuare the Great, Bini entered what historians would call a golden age. Now, as you can see from the account, that Ewuare the Great was definitely Ancient Bini's greatest ever king. Now, if you'd like to find out more about Ewuare the Great, or Ancient Bini, or any other great ancient kings and queens of West Africa, then you can check out a very reliable West African textbook, or you can go on to the internet to find out some valuable, useful information. Now, I hope that this information was very useful. And thank you for listening and watching. This is David Olawale Ayinde.